PSG could be on their way to a record Ligue 1 title this season, but in the background, all is not rosy, and the club is in crisis mode, perhaps their worst crisis ever, as fans turn against the club and their megastars, Lionel Messi and Neymar. A video shared online recently showed angry fans insulting Messi with all manner of obscene chants. How did it get here that the GOAT is being vehemently targeted by his own fans? That's not all. Messi's striking partner Neymar was subjected to ugly scenes in front of his own home, with fans asking him to leave. Things have become so bad that the club has been forced to increase security provisions at the training ground as well as at the homes of Messi, Neymar, and Marco Verratti. What exactly is going on at the club? Why are the fans so incensed despite the club sitting at the top of the Ligue 1 pile and on their way to yet another Ligue 1 crown? It has been coming though. The club has been struggling to keep things under control for a while now. The Collectif Ultras Paris, the club's ultras group, recently issued a statement outlining their issues with the current state of the club. It turns out they are not happy with the management, and some players too. They have accused the management of prioritizing money over sporting ambitions. They have also issues with what they term as restricted freedoms of supporters. Apparently, many fan groups have been banned from bringing materials such as flags and banners into the stadium, and there's also some sort of dress code that should be observed. In addition, the fans are not happy with the recruitment of new players, many of whom they consider mercenaries coming only for the money instead of footballing reasons. It's almost a norm nowadays to have club legends within the club, and almost every team across Europe is doing it. For PSG, though, this is not the case, and it's no surprise the fans are not happy about it. They have demanded that the management be restructured and bring on board a club legend. PSG's embarrassing 3-1 loss to Lorient last month seems to have been the final straw, and it possibly led to the current state at the club. But the question begs, why has Messi and Neymar come in for the most voracious of criticism? Firstly, the club was recently rocked by Messi's unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia, which saw him miss training with his teammates. The trip was as part of his £25 million a year role as a tourism ambassador for the Saudi kingdom, and it got teammates talking in training, as coach Christophe Galtier never okayed the travel. For this and other incidents in camp and during games, Messi's commitment to the club has been questioned by many, and fans have let it be known in certain instances. Neymar, on the other hand, is often injured during crucial periods of the season, and has always rubbed many of the fans the wrong way, thanks to his off-field misdemeanors. In truth, the duo is vindictive of the sporting strategy placed at the club, highly paid stars who have zero attachment and maybe commitment to the club. Understandably, the duo was supposed to help the Ligue 1 giants savor Champions League glory, but they have failed to deliver on that end, despite coming close a number of times. This, however, is not the first time the duo has been targeted. You all remember PSG's harrowing elimination at the hands of Real Madrid in the Champions League last season? The French side led by 2 goals from the first leg, but a quick-fire hat-trick from Karim Benzema dimmed their hopes. Messi and Neymar were unable to make any telling contribution during the match. Upon their return to the Parc des Princes, the two were booed for the entirety of the 90 minutes. This is when the duo's relationship with fans broke, and ever since, they have refused to acknowledge fans after the final whistle. Straight down the tunnel they go. On March 13, during a Ligue 1 clash against Bordeaux, the fans made it clear that the two men were expected to shoulder a considerable burden of expectation, and that they are not immune to criticism. The fans jeered when Messi and Neymar's names were announced on the starting lineup, and the whistles continued once the game had begun, and each and every moment the duo touched the ball. Understandably, their hostile standoff with the fans has only deepened the fractures of their relationship, and at this point in time, it looks irrevocable. With Messi's current 2-year deal expiring in the summer, there's a growing understanding that he will not sign a new deal, amid increasing links with a romantic return to his beloved Barcelona, and as such, this could be his final season in France. Just like Messi, Neymar could be on his way out of the club as well. The Brazilian season has been dogged by insistent injuries, which have limited him to just 20 Ligue 1 appearances. And amid financial fair play concerns, the club is desperate to get his £44 million a season salary off their books. Maybe, finally, PSG fans will get their wishes granted. Coach Galtier has not been spared either. Just like Messi and Neymar, he was booed, and the fans called him all manner of names. He has failed to convince the fans despite a decent start to the season. The free-flowing football at the start of the campaign has been replaced with labored, unconvincing performances as the campaign wore on. His management of key players has also come into question, a case in point, Messi's recent trip to Saudi. With the pressure mounting, you wonder whether this might be his final season in charge of the club. The club's management, led by President Nasser Al-Khelaifi, has also been targeted. Protesting fans were heard shouting, "We've had enough of the mercenaries, board resign, sack Nasser as well, there's no captain aboard the ship." The fans have aired their frustrations. They are tired of the management, of Messi and Neymar, as they seem to be offering little return on investments of faith and funds made in them. Well, can you blame them? What do you think? Are the criticisms of Neymar and Messi justifiable? Let us know in the comments.